Welcome to Darren Green Show. I'm your host, Darren Green, back at it again. Chopping it up with my lovely co-host, Derek Dahl.
Hey.
We're here for episode 148. We're almost at 150.
Yes.
And by the way, okay, because I be playing back the show, and I be catching you reading me. When I said we're halfway, I didn't say we're halfway at 150 or whatever you said. I said we're halfway to 200. That's what I meant. Mm-hmm. Now I agree. I probably worded that shit wrong, but that's what I meant. Don't do me in the math department. I know I ain't that best in math, but look.
Oh, so you meant you halfway, as in between 100 and 200. Oh, got it. Understood. I just needed clarity, and I just wanted to make. I wanted to be clear to the audience that you didn't think that 150 is half of 200. That's all.
Ciao.
I was trying to support you.
Support me. Like, no,
right.
I need I really, we got to get into some things before we get into that. So, there's a lot of things that conspired in the past couple days. Well, yesterday, I had the lovely pleasure of seeing Derek in performance. I think, this is the first time for me. Well, I mean, if you can count our studio version, when you did Bang on the show, but like this was like he was really performing out there. Okay, he was giving the girls. First of all, he was giving the girls Adele. Oh, when you brought out that chair, and I'm like, ooh, I'm okay. Not a ballad, yes.
Yeah, it was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I could not have asked for better energy because I hadn't performed live in Newark in 2 years, and the last time I performed, I only was able to perform like one song.
Mm-hmm.
So last night, somebody offered me a 30-minute set.
Right.
Like, bitch, I got the music, I have the catalog. So
okay,
let's go. So it was great. It was great. I was so excited to be in that space and to just. It's great. It was great. I think I cried upstairs when I got done. I went upstairs
to
like, yeah, I had to release because
I mean you haven't performed in a minute. I mean since the pandemic. I mean we were all in our homes, just
yeah, and I also like everything just fell on me at one time. Like I finally realized when I was at home preparing the performance tracks, I was like, oh shit, like my EP is done.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's finished. Like this is what I said I wanted to finish for years now. Since 2012, I wanted to get the next one done. And it's like the EP is finished. I had a showcase performance before the EP even dropped, before the music's released. People enjoyed the music. They came out, enjoyed themselves. I was really well supported. My management team was there. Production for a new opportunity that I'm a part of was there. It's just everything just felt so good, and so I was so grateful just for the opportunity to be in that space, to be alive, to do it, and to have my art and craft appreciated. It felt really good, and I was so grateful that you were there, my other friends. So
yeah, I made it my business to go because I really do. I feel like we don't hang out that much, and it's like I also feel like I'm not gonna be here for like. After, I mean, this is the last semester I'm living up here, so it's basically like I'm not saying goodbye. This is not a goodbye, but this is definitely like a long time before I'm able to
move get on the train and come back to Newark.
I mean, no, I can. Now, don't do me. Don't do
come
me.
On.
I can get on a train, but I'm saying like, I enjoy our times out and going and seeing you and stuff like that. And I know you would do the same for me. I just was like, I was so mesmerized. Like, so, a lot of the songs that you performed, I've heard already because it was new to a lot of people. It wasn't new to me. I was like, when you said new song, I'm like, okay, maybe some song here, but it's okay,
right?
Because it felt like it was new. I was like, oh, child, I heard this before. I was like, singing in the background. You see me do my little two-step.
Right, I saw you. Well, because I give you the exclusives first. Like you get the listens first.
Yeah. And actually hearing Bang like live, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Because now I'm not saying I didn't like Bang, but it's like I didn't feel it until I heard you perform it live. You get what I'm saying? Like I was like I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yes. I just like I can't wait for your EP. Do you have a name for it?
No name. There's some ideas, but I haven't settled on a name yet. But we'll discuss that when it comes closer to time.
Okay.
But I'm just glad that people liked the music, you know, and I got some really good feedback. I got some constructive criticism, and I'm taking it. Can't wait to actually get a chance to look at the show footage, so that I can, you know, get my Beyonce on, take my little notes on things that I want for my next performance and how I want things to be, so that that I can perfect my show.
Yeah,
because I totally plan on, when this EP drops, bitch, I'm touring it. Like,
oh, okay,
I want to be
absolutely.
Absolutely. There, one of the club owners in Philly followed me on Instagram last week or whatever, and was talking about he may come up to the club to see the performance. And so I may have opportunity to go and perform again out of state, you know, and just get back in the habit of, you know, getting my doll on and taking it wherever it takes me.
Oh, well, I know some clubs out in Philly now. We can go to a little after party situation now. Let me know when you're in Philly.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be
ain't nothing but a step away.
Yeah, because Philly is like literally what, like three blocks away from Trenton.
Not 3 blocks, but it's a good 30 to 40 minutes. But if you take the train, the SEPTA train, it's right there. It's only like $9 too. That's where I'm actually trying to see if I can work, because I feel like Philly. It's like New York. It's a lot smaller, but I think it's a market that I can probably, you know, build my career with, and it's next to my hometown, so it's, you know, very, you know. So I just play. I mean, it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Other than that, how's your week been? Is there anything?
My week has been good. Really just like, this is gonna be a busy weekend. Like, there's a Halloween party tomorrow that
Okay.
we'll be going to, and then there's a brunch the next day. Like, it's a lot. But
you dressing up this year?
Poor child. Like, I'm poor now. All that money I spent on preparing for this show, and I'm for no costume. I might just buy maybe a Party City Halloween again, child.
Not a Party City Halloween. Well, you worked it the last time. Look, you was the cop. I mean, you had everything. Look.
Oh yes. Oh, and I got a gift. So yesterday on the show day, I got a gift from Pally Sexy. For those of you who don't know, I am now a Pally Sexy boy. If you haven't seen my post on Instagram, for all the boys out there that like jock straps and thongs and briefs and things like that, Pally Sexy sent me this surprise box yesterday.
Oh wow!
And it was full of goodies. I opened it last night after the show, here at the house, and they sent me some things. Darren, when I tell you, these things that they sent me, I know y'all can't see it out there in Radio Land, but
Lord,
I was like, okay.
Oh, not see through.
Okay, things.
Oh,
I was like, I don't even know how to put these contraptions on, honey, but I'm gonna wear them. Show is.
I know. Let me stop.
So that might be my costume tomorrow. Give me some knee highs and put them on. And happy Halloween. Buy me an Afro wig.
Okay. Look, keep it real simple. Look, I don't know, when you get to a certain age, dressing up like, and I don't want to sound like an old guy, but you know, it's like, oh, but you gonna be for Halloween? Like, they had a whole Halloween contest here. I'm like, I'm trying to pass math class and
right.
I'm trying to pass my midterms. I ain't got time for this.
Focus on your focus.
You focus on your focus, exactly. And with that being said, child, I'm just trying to hang in there. Like, I got sick last week. That's why I wasn't really on the show. I couldn't talk. Like, I had a whole sinus infection. So it started with me when it comes to sinus infections. It starts throat, nose, and then ears is last, always. So I couldn't talk. I really wasn't there. So that's why I wasn't, present last week, rather. But this week I was working on midterms and all this other bullshit, child. And I have to go through look, when I tell you something, new college students, like people that's coming into college or people that's like already like kind of in it, Do your damn gen eds first. If I don't tell you nothing, do not look. They say, "Oh, you make your own schedule. You can do whatever you want. You can start this later and then that." Do your fucking gen eds first, because that will have you fucked up when it's time for you to leave. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
Another thing that was interesting, and now go into the topic. I went on live with L Teddy, L Teddy 27 official 27. He's a popular YouTuber that does a lot of show reviews and movie reviews and stuff like that, like a lot of black show reviews, rather. I was on his panel discussion when we talked about David Makes Man a couple months ago, and I was invited to talk about Insecure because I was in his comments like, oh my God, like, yo, Insecure, because like Insecure came back this Sunday.
Yeah.
Season 5, which was a great episode. We'll get into it. But I have good news that, you know, I did their panel discussion, and this week for next episode 2, I will be hosting the panel discussion on Wednesday. So, you know, they're going to be coming on, you know, they use StreamYard just like I use StreamYard. So it's going to be like live. So if you guys missed the lives, I'm going to be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Derek, you're definitely invited. You don't watch Insecure, right?
I watched it. Yeah, I've watched all the seasons.
Oh, so you invited? Okay, you coming on? It's 6 p.m.
Oh, okay. If I'm not at work. Oh yeah, I mean I started a new job on Monday. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's season to get all the money. But yeah, let me know.
Okay, yeah. It would have been cool if you would have been on this one because that's what we were talking about. You know, ergo the topic, the situation behind the first episode. Now let's get into that.
Oh God.
So as I said, the first episode of season 5 happened last Sunday, and it did not disappoint. However, there was a ton of backlash from the D9 community because one of the characters wore an AKA shield and the colors when it was discovered that the actress who played that character was not a member. Okay. I mean, it left the general public pretty mixed. On one hand, people were seeing and understanding the community's plight, while others were saying that, you know, this was never that serious. A lot of people called out the fact that this character has been an AKA since season 1. Like was talking about it. Her baby shower, her baby's room is pink and green. Like was you know, a member.
Yeah.
And many people assume that HBO and Issa Rae went through the proper channels to get it authorized. I know I did. I was very vocal on TikTok. Well, we found out it was not. Right. And AKA is reportedly taking legal actions against this show.
I knew it was coming. I tried to tell y'all that. Nobody listens to me when I talk. I tried to tell you.
Well, I mean, we thought that. It makes, and I said it on the panel discussion with El Teddy. I was like, no. Now there's a problem because it's like y'all wouldn't do that to Apple. Y'all wouldn't do that to Coca-Cola. Y'all wouldn't do that to any other brands because y'all know y'all would get y'all shit would get shut down if this is a brand, this is an organization.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to ask permission. And the way Issa responded, initially, I thought she was literally saying, oh, let me call HBO to get it deleted. No, she was being sarcastic.
Right.
And the showrunner basically told y'all, I don't care what y'all saying. That's why I'm glad this season is ended because y'all do too much and y'all and this, that, and third. I'm like, whoa. I mean, I still feel like, you know what I feel like? You know, I'm about to use your quotes. Pay them their money and keep it moving because we don't want them to delete any episodes now. You know, we only get about like 6 a season.
Lord, it's like respecting the brands and
right.
You know, it's for like I think I said to you in the comments, like being a member of a Black fraternity or sorority is an exclusive honor. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm all about inclusivity and things like that, but I'm also a member of one. I'm an alpha. And, you know, we're always going to be about, you know, positive portrayals of our brand. And though our brotherhood is diverse, there is some form of protection that we have internally. And so when we're represented externally, especially if you're going to portray us by non-members, there's a protocol in which you get clearance for that. Which means that there should have been an AKA consultant there. Also, because if there was an AKA present, she would have made it very clear that you do the pink and green thing. If you want us to consult you on like how to kind of like modify it, like I said, the girl could have been an AKK, or they could have used something else other than official paraphernalia, because she had a jacket that had their crest on it.
Had the shield.
Yeah, you cannot wear our shields.
Like, where did you even get that from?
If you're not a member, you know what I mean. You can get paraphernalia from any Greek shop, you know, because people buy them as gifts for people when they probate, you know, as birthday gifts and things like that. So I mean, it's available. It's not like we have a secret website, but wearing it is, you know what, the things that people go through to be able to wear those letters across their chest.
Yeah.
Like, if you haven't gone through that, it's disrespectful for you to just put it on like it's a costume.
Yeah, like somebody said in the tweets, like, you ain't wear the itchy pantyhose or paid the $1,400 to wear what you wore.
You know, can't name none of the founders.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it made the character authentic. I get it, but it was a bad business move. There was a way that it should have been handled.
Do you feel there was a little bit of bandwagon jumping? Because I did say in the beginning that this character has always been an AKA and no one had a problem with it until this season. Like, what made this season? I guess because she wore the shield.
Yeah, it wasn't about her being. She could be AKA. There are many, many movies and films that had AKAs in them, or that people were portraying AKAs. Hell, Hidden Figures. All of those women were Ks. Damn near. All of them were sorors. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't displaying the shield.
Right.
You know
and they also didn't highlight that. Like, they
and you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, there's still a way to go about it. There's a way to reference it without putting on the letters.
And also another conversation, to my knowledge, Amanda Seales is not liked by a lot of people. Right. And a lot of people were, I don't know what your stance is, because when I talked about it on the panel discussion, it was like, fuck that bitch. Blah, blah, blah. They were coming for her. Now, as an actor, like she said, I put on wardrobe, I did my job, and it should have just been that.
It's not Amanda's fault. No, it's not Amanda's fault. She's just the actress. Her job is to play the role, and that's it. I took no issue with Amanda Seales. That never was the thing. It's never the actor. It's the production. Production has to get clearance for those things. And if AKA had put out a statement, you know, congrats. So it would have been different if the season dropped or ahead of the season, you know, AKA made a statement, you know, congratulating Issa Rae on the 5th final season. We were happy to work with you, and thank you for your portrayal of our organization. We want to bring in, you know, through your character, Tiffany. Blah blah. Then it would have been different. There would have been nothing that anybody could have said, because it's like, oh, okay. So AKA was aware. It was approved, like it's approved by the organization, and then that would have been that. But it was because, wait a minute, not this. Why does a non-member have on our crest and our shield and our letters on national television?
And when they came out with that letter, I said, oh shit. I'm like, what? Y'all didn't what?
So
it's like, in my thing is this is like, Black organizations are not legitimized in this society that we live in, because, like I said earlier, y'all wouldn't do this to any other brand, and it's sad.
So yeah, but it was still a great episode.
It was, yeah. I thought it was really.
Like, bitch, you got robbed by your friend. Ain't shit changed. All right, me go to my reunion so I can start robbing people. Like, hey, shit changed.
Look, and that was some real shit, because let me tell you something. When you get into a place where you get a little bit of status, ain't nobody saying you become like famous or anything now, but like when people notice that you start to get up there, and then they start wanting to hang out with you, my headlights is on. I'm like, what you want to hang out for? Ooh. Because you don't know, so many people texting me like, oh, I want to get on the show, or can you co-sign me on TikTok? And I'm like, where you been? You ain't robbing me, honey.
Right. But yeah, it was still a good episode. I'm excited for the season, and sad that it's leaving, but I'm sure she has other things that she's got working.
I was a little mad at her because she broke up with Lawrence. You know, Lawrence, that's my man. Well, maybe it's a good thing then.
Yeah, well, we don't know how the story ends, but yeah, at the end I was like, she was like, I had some time to think and just left it at that. Like, oh, okay.
Yo, there was something else about speaking about that. His name is Jay Ellis or something like that. Like he was under fire because he was allegedly hiding his white wife or something like that. I mean, me and my best friend already knew like he with a white girl or whatever, but he wasn't. I guess he wasn't trying to let it be known. I'm like, honey, that's worse. I mean, just say. I mean, say. Look, I mean, we're in a space now where it's like, you can date who you want. I think I find it corny that some people. Because look, here's the thing.
He was probably just trying to protect her because everybody ain't built for that kind of to be all in their personal life. Like that's your job. Do your job, and we'll deal with home when you're at home. And people have to go through whatever. Even if she was black, and we didn't know that he was dating or in a relationship or married. So what? You like him because he's an actor, and that's all you're supposed to get. People have this idea they're entitled to celebrities' lives, complete lives. Like, I blame Michael Jackson and them for that. Because before you saw who you saw on stage, and that was it. Tabloid media blew up in the 70s, 80s, where now you want to know everything about this person, what they eat, who they dating.
I think social media
who the kids, and now that social media is just expands on it in a way that everybody now just has too much access. So they feel like they're obligated to know these things about people. It's just like, no, just mind your business. Enjoy the work that I create, and that's all I owe you. As long as he's protecting his peace and his happiness. And so, whether she's white, black, Italian, whatever, good for you.
Well. Yeah.
Long as I still see your black ass at the Black Lives Matter march, it's all good.
Okay, let's get into it.
Okay. So what else is going on?
Lawrence, huh? What else is going on? Big Freedia.
The Queen of Bounce. What's going on?
Well, we got a timeline. Everything. This never-ending beef. It starts with this never-ending beef with Lil Nas X and Lil Boosie. Okay. After Lil Nas X got on live and trolled everybody saying that he was going to do a song with Lil Boosie, Boosie went on a homophobic rant. Like he really went on a homophobic rant. They had to delete the tweets and everything, child. I know I said some shit. Look, I was mad as hell. I'm like, man, you talk about don't nobody want you here, honey. Neither does you. Let me stop. Right, because I'm like, ooh, child, I need work, honey. I don't need them looking at my old tweets, talk about something. Oh my God, you came for people that had girl, whatever. Anyway, we don't even need to get into that because you know how Boosie rolls.
Right. That man's crazy. So that's what I'm like, he's just,
and I'm over it. Like I'm over this beef. You get what I'm saying? I'm over them going back and forth. Like, and this is not me trying to blame Lil Nas X because Lil Nas X, I mean, he's
a superior troll, and I love it.
He been trolling. First of all, he been coming for Lil Nas X for the longest. And the one time, like I said, I'm not gonna get into it. Now, Big Freedia was asked about the situation. Her word exactly was like, "I don't think Boosie's homophobic. I just think he doesn't like Lil Nas X." That dog was like, right, okay.
Okay.
What do you mean? Oh, the response after that was, oh, well, because, if y'all watched his movie, you see he had a couple gay people up in there and, like he had people. So, because he had gay people in his movie.
Yeah. And his road manager is gay too. So.
You could still be homophobic.
Yeah. That's like people who act in a racist way towards certain people. Say, well, I got black friends. Okay, well, you tolerate. So what it tells me is you can tolerate someone without respecting them, right?
Yeah.
It's like tolerating means I allow you my space. There's a transactional relationship we have here, which means that my bias doesn't play a role in us doing business or getting things
we need
done.
diversity. So
but that doesn't change the bias, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Boosie and Lil Nas X, I think that his bias has become exposed because he's so vocal about the influence of pop stars or the influence of rappers on kids and influence on the culture. And Lil Nas is a person that is now bigger than he is, who has more influence and more reach than Boosie will ever have, and he probably feels emasculated. You know what I mean? And he's just like, and that's his thing. You know, everybody, like I said, these niggas need therapy. But the constantly, anytime Lil Nas does anything, he's the first one to open his mouth. Anything that has to do with trans people, he's the first one to open his mouth. And so I'm kind of disappointed that Big Freedia would say that Boosie is not homophobic, because he is in fact homophobic, but he is tolerant of certain gay people that he knows. And you know, Big Freedia, she's from New Orleans. I'm from Louisiana too. Like I go to say, like, all them niggas down there gay. First of all, by the little boys, by the time they get to middle school, know how to twerk better than the girls. Okay, like the niggas down there be throwing ass from birth. All right, so it's part of the culture around gay people all the time. You always have that one gay cousin, two gay cousins. There are gangs down there that are full of gay people. You know what I mean? Like, no, seriously, it's a real thing. And they're protected. You get your street cred because you have you ever gotten in a fight with a gay person? Okay, we got these hands. You know what I mean? So it's like you protect yourself.
I ain't messing with gays down south. They be fighting.
I be trying to tell people, like, hold on, because Rob sometimes like, hold on, because the way these hands are set up, because we've been fighting our whole lives.
Yeah,
we've been fighting our whole lives. It don't matter. Don't disrespect me. Male, female, intersex. It don't matter. You can get these hands, okay? Because it's more about protecting your space and protecting your person. I'm about equality. I'm an advocate for equality, which means that removing the gender bias, right? Male or female, anybody can get it. I'm approach me as a human being. I'm gonna approach you as a human being and judge you based on the character of that.
Now, right? Can we have this conversation about the pick-me-shes in our LGBT community?
Sure.
Because that's and sorry, Big Freedia, but it was given very pick-me-sha. And it's always the ones that are popular right now. Like, and I hope, I know Lil Nas X will never be like that. Well, you never know. Let me.
Right.
But like, come on now. We already had now Flame Monroe. Now you.
Well, I also think that calling them, so I'm kind of moving away from the whole like the pick me thing, because people are entitled to their own opinion and their perspective without being bashed in any way. It's like, this is your experience. So Big Freedia, the queen of bounce music, right? She's from New Orleans. She's from that area, and Boosie respects her as an artist because of the culture. Like, Big Freedia's been doing music like when Lil Boosie was Lil Boosie Badass and was trying to do mixtapes, right? And so in her experience of him, she was like, he wasn't homophobic to me. He was respectful to me, you know. And I just think that the issue between him and Lil Nas X is the issue between him and Lil Nas X for whatever reason. And, you know, I wish he would say he is problematic. There are some things that he says that are in fact problematic, and they should be addressed. But clearing him of homophobia was just a horrible move. I don't think she's in a position to be a pick-me, because, you know, that's just her opinion. Based on her perspective of him.
But we know that Big Freedia has a lot of connections with, and I don't want to sound segregating. You get what I'm saying? But like, we all know the ones that are more that hang out with straight people a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Big Freedia does. I mean, it's in a way of like not okay. So when I say pick me, I mean in the sense of like the straight validation. It's like, because you have a lot of straight friends and you don't want them. You know, you say something close to just like calling somebody out or having someone, you know, have accountability. It's like, what do you mean by that? This, that, and the third. Like, it could have been just an on the spot thing, you know, that the person called Big Freedia when she was out, you know, doing the thing. Big Freedia probably didn't know the whole story. Maybe Big Freedia didn't see the tweet.
Yeah.
But I was telling people, because I don't know, I was telling people about this. Well, actually, no, people was telling me about this, because apparently every time there's some kind of situation going on that has to deal with homophobia, people come to me. Oh, well, I just feel like Lil Nas X was trolling too, and people were saying like,
"Hey, friend,"
like, And it's like, okay, wait. I know we're not downplaying what he said though, because you said Lil Nas X troll first, honey. He was like, I don't understand it. So my thing is, I don't know. I just feel like it's just such a conversation that I hate having. You get what I'm saying? I hate having with like straight people because they always bring it to me to be. They always expect you to be like, oh yeah, they tripping, or he was tripping, or he started this, that, and so. I'm not gonna say that.
Right. Well, Boosie started it first.
Yeah. The whole year. This whole year.
Yeah. And hell, if it wasn't for him getting into it with Lil Nas X, we wouldn't be talking about Boosie because I ain't heard not a damn new song that's on the radio. Ain't got no. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's turning into. That's what it's turning into, because now it's like, because he got a movie out.
Yeah.
So, you know, all types.
Not you using this press for your movie. Not you scapegoating on the gays. Not you riding homophobia to the box office. Child.
And then we seen Boosie tweeted Big Freedia talking about, oh yes, thank you so much for being on my side or something with something he said. And he's like, oh, y'all still sticking with the person that said fuck your kids. Girl, fuck your kids. Nah, I said it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I cannot with the hypocrisy, child. I can got in so many arguments and conversations. It's like, man, I said what the hell I said. You cannot call somebody a slur and not be called homophobic. And I said it on my TikTok. I'm like, okay, so if you get into an argument with a white guy and he call you the N-word, oh, is he not racist because he just don't like you? Like, we need to make it make sense. Like, we really need to make it make sense. And y'all sit there and try to find any type of ways. Anyway, let's get off this topic because
I'm looking like, child. They said what they said.
They said what they said. But Jada Pinkett, you know we gotta get into her. We gotta get into her. Okay, so the media said that Jada Pinkett said that it's hard for her to maintain a sex life with Will on Red Table Talk. Okay. Or at least that's what the headlines say. Because, you know, we like to read headlines and not read the article. Some of us. No, most of y'all. Okay. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook and on other toxic channels and stuff like that coming for her, saying, now the memes was funny. I ain't gonna lie, the memes was funny. I like when people said, oh, Jada Pinkett Smith had a picture of Future and it put like Jada Pinkett's face over it, saying that me trying to find a different way to like embarrass Will. Like, the memes is funny. But like, a lot of people didn't watch the full show. And a lot of the stuff that she was talking about as it pertains to the, you know, her saying that the sex life between, like, her maintaining a sex life with Will, it was all in the past tense. She was saying that, yeah, she had these woes with Will, and she also had to make herself accountable for the fault in that as well. People didn't see that. You know, the media sensationalized the part where she said, yeah, she had a bad sex life, or the sex life was kind of like shaky between them. But like, ultimately, like, it takes 3 seconds. I'm talking to the general public here. It takes 3 seconds to read an article, or hell, you didn't have to read shit. You could have watched the full episode. You know, I don't like how people are really people are really snapping at Jada lately, because I feel like she's been on Red Table Talk and they've been having these conversations about their marriage, and it's saying, oh, why she's like making it public. And ever since this whole ever since the whole entanglement thing. Are you on, or because I can't hear you?
Oh, my thing was on mute. Sorry, but yeah, I'm listening.
Sorry. No, it's okay. Yeah, people were like saying that she, you know, she reveals too much and she shouldn't, and all the bad stuff that she did to Will, cheating on him, and this whole entanglement situation. And it's like, a lot of y'all, I feel like a lot of y'all can't take criticism here. And let me expound on that. I feel like she's voicing out her little frustrations that probably done already got resolved, but she's bringing it to us just because she does Red Table Talk and it's about relationship building and all that other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You fellas, because it's fellas that's really talking about this stuff. Y'all hearing shit that's probably was told to y'all, and y'all can't take it. I've been in many conversations with people that because you know, the gays is the first that the women go to for, you know, not advice but just the vent and stuff like that, and talking about like sex life and the stuff that she was saying. It was told to me a lot by a lot of people. I ain't gonna say no names, okay?
Period.
Okay, y'all can't take the criticism. That's what it is, because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on, and we don't know what Will did to Jada to get her to that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I appreciate her openness, because I mean, that's some shit you just keep closed. I'm like, mind y'all business, but she opened it up that way. So,
I mean, and she's on a show that talks about relationships too. Like, it's like, you know, obviously there had to been some type of, and I hate to say that word loosely, like consent when it comes to, you know, like obviously it was a, hey, you mind if I talk about this? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or maybe not. We don't know what's going on. But the way Facebook and a lot of people on those apps and stuff like that were saying, oh my God, she's such a bad person. Why don't she just divorce him? Or why don't he divorce her?
Right.
I mean, I don't know, Joe.
Because they found out how to make it work for them. And I think that's what upsets people, because it's not what we've seen on TV. It's not that traditional type monogamous relationship where they're stuck together for 50 years. The last 30 years of their marriage, they hate each other and cheating on each other. It's like, no, we found something that works for us, and we had issues, and this is how we worked it out. And so they're expressing and they're exposing and giving up. And what people forget is, like, there's a whole nother different type of relationship that they are now giving, shedding light on for Black people, is polyamory, and what that's like to be in a relationship where, okay, well, this is my person. However, for certain other needs, like for sexual needs or maybe emotionally not cheating, but like emotional support, like there are other people that may be able to fill in those gaps, because we're all whole people, and there's not one person that's going to be able to be everything for you. Like, you can never be everything to everybody. So, you know, I'm proud of them. And I mean, Will Smith, people laugh at me when I said this as a producer when I was recording earlier this week, is like, Will Smith is one of my favorite rappers. And like, even seeing him as an actor, like, I've always been inspired by him. So seeing that, with me growing up with the idea that I had to be this type of person or do things this one way and blah, blah, blah. And growing up and realize that, oh, shit, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I fully support them, that he's, because now they're queer people too. Y'all queer. They're queers.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the poly?
Oh, poly. They're polyamorous, but like, they're queer people because it's not normal. It's not considered normal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Even though it is, it's a natural habit and whatever, but how they experience their sexuality and relationships, they're polyamorous people. They're a polyamorous couple.
And people don't understand that. And the whole thing of, I think, is this toxic.
They got queer kids. You know what I mean? They got gender bending kids. So it's like, okay. All right.
Okay.
I mean, Jaden literally sold like a whole fucking dress. Come on now.
No, but no, we're not gonna do that. You can be straight, wear a dress.
You can be what?
I mean, he's straight. I mean,
you can be, yeah, but sexually, that has nothing to do with sexuality and gender are two different things.
Okay.
And a man in a dress is queer. I think that all clothes should be for all people, but by definition, it's cross-dressing. So it's queer. You're a queer person.
Okay, wow.
And the definition of the term in the box that we've created for ourselves is that it's a queer identity where you express yourself fluidly, and not confined to just masculine and feminine boxes.
Okay, all right, I see that. But I think that we have this thing in the Black community where also, you know, fake it till you make it, and make sure you look polished, and make sure, you know, no one knows what you're going through, and, you know, keep it like it's fake. A lot of y'all are fake. And my thing is this: if that's how y'all want to, you know, you get what I'm saying? Because if that's how y'all want to project yourselves, that's fine. That's cool. We all have our way. People don't like saying stuff. Keep it on the end. Y'all don't need to know what's going on. However, we have to understand that these are celebrities too.
Yeah.
They are public figures, and that they have conversations, because if they're not doing it, then who else is? I feel like this is helping people. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know a couple people that, like I said, had conversations with that can take from this. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that, like, the whole thing, everybody's attacking Jada, and I always feel like when something is going wrong with a relationship, when it has to deal with like a straight relationship, the woman is always kind of like the villain.
Yeah. Well, it's his life.
Like, it's to the point where
they gonna stop her bag, so I'm glad about that.
Right. It's to the point where, oh well, what did Rihanna do to get hit? Like, what? Mess. Y'all are messy. Y'all need to watch the full thing. Y'all need to take the time to read the articles if y'all gonna share a blog post's article, because y'all sit there and read the headlines and be like, oh my God, and you get riled up again. But I can't expect integrity from just the general public, because it's just y'all just, I mean, everybody's they want the information fast. Everybody's doing what I said on Facebook, this research versus me search. You search what you want to see, and you're not searching the other side or trying to hear things out. But hey, it's whatever. I'm done ranting about this. But I am going to talk about the fucking Shade Room, though.
What they talking about now?
Ciao. So they put out this story, and I had to really get into them on Twitter, because they put out this story saying that, well, some people in the LGBT community are mad that Michael Myers killed a gay couple in their new film. I looked at the article. I read the article. They provided no angry tweets, no video rants, no protests, petitions, nothing. Who was mad? Who was upset? Because they always do them little embedded tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I did that with the whole, when people was mad about the whole Insecure shit. So who was mad that Michael Myers killed a gay couple?
Michael Myers is about equality. They all can get it.
We all were saying that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody was upset. First of all, I watched It Too. Man, these people got jumped by a group of homophobic people, and then freaking Pennywise killed the man boyfriend. Like, that shit was vicious as hell.
Yeah.
But Pennywise is Pennywise. We know this. We understand this. I think people need to understand that the Shade Room is furthering the divide, because this is happening one too many times. When y'all sat there and y'all put out the story that first of all, y'all put out the story that Robin was gay, or he came out as bisexual,
mm-hmm.
when there's 5 different Robins. Then y'all did the same thing with Superman and Superman's son. So y'all said it in y'all article that Superman is coming out as bisexual. Like,
that's a social media blog.
It's a social media blog.
It's for like, those are like, I feel like people take to heart some of these things and take them as if they're like credible news source like ABC or some shit. Like, it's the Shade Room. The Shade Room they shit post all the time. Like, they put stuff there to get people engaged, to get the comments, the likes, the reposts, because that's what they're in the business of. Like, it's entertainment, gossip, and stuff for shock value. So are you just like, oh wow, that happened? And then because literally every 15 minutes there's a new story. So It's like, oh, that happened. Oh shit, that's crazy. Next, what's next? So I don't know who's mad about it.
This is who really. I mean, they could have went on social media and they seen probably because somebody's gonna get mad at it. We all know people. Some people are just really sensitive.
So what you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that the Shade Room is inciting a divide in the LGBT community over a horror movie. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
That they're what? Say it again.
Inciting a divide. They're inciting.
They're not inciting a divide. They're saying that people in the LGBT community are mad that Michael Myers killed a gay couple.
And you're like, where's that? Who said that?
Who said it? Because there's no tweets. They literally had no tweets. There's no petitions. There's no protests to get it shut. Or
so you're asking for the supporting documents, is what you're saying. Where's the?
I mean, come on. Like I get it. You're a shitpost page or blog T page, whatever. But where's the receipts? Where are the people that are mad? Mm-hmm. You guys, I don't know why they're doing this, and it's weird too because people say the neighborhood talk does that too, and I'm like, Kyle, you was one of the girls.
We like mess.
Yeah, but I like mess, but like there's already a big disconnect between the gay community and the black community and the LGBT community.
Well,
there is. And it's because of a lot of it is because of these blogs. They're trying to get you mad. And I need people to understand on both sides. They're using y'all. It's one thing to get like celebrity gossip, like I do that. Mm-hmm. We do that, but it's like I'm not trying to get y'all to like it's. I feel like there's a fine line though. It should be a fine line.
Yeah,
y'all had no evidence, like, and I'm not trying to be like because I know I'm in this newspaper club, and then we always talk about journalistic integrity and all that other stuff. But like, you can't have like just a little bit of it. Who's writing for y'all?
Well,
let me stop because
Well,
let me stop because look, I might need to go. I might need to apply.
Right,
because we need an overhaul. Okay, I need to speak to the CEO. I need to speak to what's her name? What's that girl name that own the shape? Rumor has she don't own that shit no more. Child, it's white owned. Which makes sense.
Oh, that makes it corporate now. Okay. Well.
Which actually makes a ton of sense. Yeah, but what's the name? Ain't running that shit no more. I heard.
Damn.
Yeah, it makes perfect freaking sense. I wouldn't like it's I don't know. That's just weird.
It's getting weird.
It's getting really weird. That's why I'm not using their blogs no more. Look, I'm on the Jasmine brand, but people be saying shit about the Jasmine. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to make my damn blog again. I got to make another blog, my own damn shit.
Might as well. Have you seen Halloween Kills?
What's that about?
It's Halloween. It's part of the Halloween series.
No,
Halloween,
what is that?
With Jamie Lee Curtis. Just kidding. We're talking about the same thing. That's the movie.
Oh wait a minute, that's the
exactly. I was like, that's the movie, Darren. That's what we're talking about.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You be trying to play me on the show. I never said, look, I didn't watch the movie.
I just asked if you'd seen it.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I mean, obviously now I know that a freaking gay couple got killed because of these damn blogs. And it wasn't really a lot of blogs talking about this. Shade Room was the only popular blog that wrote this. There was a couple like, little bitty blog posts type shit, you know what I'm saying, that we're talking about, and then the Shade Room picked it up. It was like, y'all are whack. And once people start realizing that you guys are using them, like, I think the Shade Room is going to be a thing of the past. Ooh. And I will be here for it.
Damn.
Fuck y'all. All right. Not a F-bomb. Ooh.
Well, you said what you said.
I said what I said, okay? But shout out to the blogs that are like, I really do love the Jasmine brand. The Jasmine brand is very thorough. Love B. Scott. That's a great website for topics. They've been picking up a little bit more because I'm like, sometimes I'll be looking at their jobs. I'm like, what's going on? Hollywood Unlocked, they get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's the mess, but it's like it's not divisive shit like what the Shade Room does. Let me knock on wood, child, because you never know what happens in the future. But anyway,
never know.
Real Housewives of Atlanta, not Atlanta, honey. Atlanta's in shambles. Potomac. The reunion sneak peek is here. I'm a little worried because I feel like they're gonna have us watch them first 2 episodes And then Andy gonna be like, okay, Nikki's turn. You got 15 minutes. Cause I don't know. I did not see Nikki enough in that damn sneak peek. Like, is you asking fan questions, Nikki?
Yeah, I think that was her role. She was there to ask the fan questions.
And why they saying Nikki got into a fist fight with Candace?
No, I don't believe it because that would have been all. First of all, it would have been in the blogs before she left set. And Candace would have been on IG crying. And right, all the things like. So no, I don't believe that.
Yeah. Candace even debunked it on the interview. She was the one that brought it up. I'm like, Candace, where them blogs at? Who said that?
Yeah, who said that?
Who had been? Look, anyway. She was like, "Oh no, I felt like she came for us all equally." Like I heard a little bit of the clips of what Nikki was saying. It did look like she was going back and forth with some of the girls, which I'm like, ooh, spicy. This is interesting. But I just hope it's like it's like half and half. Like I was hoping it was gonna be like half and half, but you know, Andy not gonna give up that. He is not gonna give up his little throne he made.
Andy's gonna be fine, child. Andy make money either way, on that couch or not.
What then shit, let shit. I would have been happy. Nikki would have hosted the whole thing. Shit. That would have been. But did you hear about Housewives of New York? Child, they had to cancel reunion.
What happened?
They said something about something racist, like one of the girls on there racist or whatever.
Oh God.
Hold on, let me look at the article because I was just on Love Beat Scott.
Jesus, I'm sure it has something to do with Ebony with Kay Williams.
Yeah.
Kay Williams and Ramona, they still going at it.
What I think probably because what I'm getting at is like probably she doesn't want to show the racist person on there doesn't want to show up because she's racist and they'll call her out on it, and it's really the premise of the show, like premise of the season because that's the running, you know. But hold on, let me see. Yeah, they said Real Housewives of New York reunion canceled over Ramona singer's alleged racist behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, canceled following investigations into singer's alleged racist behavior, according to new report. The probe was launched after Ebony filed a complaint over a racially insensitive comment that singer 64 allegedly made to her. Ooh.
Child, I knew it.
Is that illegal?
Look, I ain't even read it. I ain't seen or heard nothing about it, but I knew exactly what you were talking about already.
And I know how these look. It's like, look, I can't do this reunion because it's gonna paint me in a certain light. I'm not gonna show up, and that's probably
my girl, show up and defend yourself.
You better do it, Kim Zolciak. Because Kim
like my daughter said, she had roaches. That's all. Bye.
It had nothing to do with you blacks. Like she really.
Black people. I love your fried chicken.
Mm-hmm. He's like, this racist thing is just not there anymore. Like it's gone. Like, okay, all right. What's up with the Housewives franchises? Like things is just not like y'all canceling reunions. I never heard of this. Real Housewives just started taping of Atlanta.
Yeah, they just started taping.
So we're not gonna get that till next year.
That's fine. We don't need it because Portia's coming on the 28th. What is it? She's coming in November, right? Baby, when I tell you Portia spinoff, the promo for Portia's spinoff is more entertaining than the last season and all the 158,000 spinoffs that the Real Housewives of Atlanta have had
with Candy.
You said it, not me. But it looks more entertaining than all of that combined. And I'm so happy for her. And at first I was kind of, bitter that she wasn't going to be returning back for this season. But it's like she doesn't need it because she's going to prove that you're not going to have no storyline. You're not going to make a storyline out of me.
Now she pushed back Real Housewives of Atlanta just so they could push this.
Hold on, girls. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be there. I'm definitely gonna see what it's gonna have to give because it looks like it's gonna be a lot of mess on there. Absolutely. Yeah, and I also seen who messing with Nene? Because I seen her on the video.
That did make me kind of sad. It was like
I was like, who I know Claudia said some shit, and I'm like, girl, because the whole thing with Cynthia and her saying that Cynthia didn't show up to the repass, and it started, a lot of people was chattering about that, like saying, because people was in my comments talking about oh, well, she wasn't a good friend to her, and this, that, and the third. But I'm like, or they're like, you said it in the video that these are my coworkers, but I'm like, nah, but Cynthia and Nene had a different relationship. Like, it was beyond the cameras, or that's what Nene had thought. You know.
Mm. Well,
this woman is mourning. Like, it's no beef, it's no drama. What y'all got to talk about?
I don't know, but we're gonna be here. We'll be here for it to see it for ourselves.
And we will definitely see, child.
We're gonna be here for it.
Well, all right. This was a really good episode. Done at 6. Okay, so you got your interview is gonna be like virtual.
It's gonna be hold on. He just sent me.
Yeah, because give you a little plug at the end. It's at the end of the show.
So, will this episode be out tonight so people can even hear what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, no, this episode probably gonna drop tomorrow.
Right. Well, they can catch it. They can catch the replay. It's going to be tonight. I think mine is going to be at 7. It's going to be on at Watch Our View TV. And it's also going to be on the at the Circle Atlanta Instagram page too. So it's going to be Instagram Live. So I'm going to go and try to look like something. From the waist up, and then
okay,
knock this out. Send an email with some music to one of the producers, and hopefully it's gonna be a great interview. So I'm excited to see what it's giving.
Oh well, I hope it does well.
Thanks, friend.
It's nice, man.
Thanks, friend.
Huh?
I said thanks, friend.
Oh, I thought you said expand. I'm like, see, look, my ears. I need to get my ears checked again. Anyway, yes. Oh, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I said the camera done goddamn fro. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode. Wherever you are, thank you so much for listening, and I love you guys so much. Keep doing the good work. Enjoy the convo, and until next time, I am your host, Darren Green.
I'm Prince Derek Dahl.
And this is the Darren Green Show signing out. Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you heard, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star rating. As always, enjoy the content.